everyone, it's your girl Layla. Welcome back to my channel.
Every little thing you do, and every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Ooh.
Okay, you guys, so in today's video, I am doing a review on the Kayali perfume in Yum Pistachio Gelato. So it looks like this is what the packaging looks like, and this has been super viral when it came out. I think it came out a few months ago only, so this is a very new fragrance, and ever since I saw the promo images of this, I knew that it was something that I was gonna like. Did I necessarily want to spend the $183 Canadian on this? No, but I decided to get it anyways during the VIB sale a little while ago, and I did say in my haul video that I was going to film a full review on this, but I had been sick like twice back to back, and it was like a sinus thing, right? So I really wanted to test this out for as long as I could when I got my sense of smell back and all of that stuff. So I am fine now, but wow, like this spring was a spring of like sickness, which really was annoying. So I have been using this now for a few weeks now since I've been better, and I do have my opinions on it. So if you guys are not already subscribed, please go ahead, click that subscribe button below. I upload 3 times a week, Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. I do have a passion for perfume, and you guys will be seeing more perfume reviews in the near future because I do have like 3 other ones that I want to review pretty soon on my channel, but this one takes the cake because I've been using this so much recently that I feel like I need to talk about it and I need to review it for you guys. So number one, let's get started with the packaging. So this is the packaging that it comes in. It kind of reminds me of like a muted emerald. So it's shaped like a stone would be, like a piece of jewelry or something. I don't know. That's what I see anyways. I don't know if it's supposed to be shaped like that, but it looks like a muted like emerald or something. So on the packaging on the back, it does say the notes in here. So if you guys can see that, those are the notes that are in this fragrance. So it says pistachio gelato, hazelnut, sweet rum, whipped cream, marshmallow, and cotton candy. That is exactly what I want to smell like. I love the smell of pistachio, and I haven't discovered a pistachio fragrance just yet. But yeah, I was over the moon excited to try this because I do love pistachio. I love pistachio ice cream. This is the bottle. Very cute, very simple. I don't own any Kayali fragrances. I have in the past wanted to, for sure. I wanted one of her vanilla ones. I wanted her cherry one. I wanted her apple one. I've wanted them, but they are quite pricey. So this 100 ml bottle, I think this is 100 ml, yeah. 100 ml bottle, it retails for $183 Canadian. The smaller size, which is the 50 ml, is $132 Canadian. And the little baby small one, I think is like 60 or 30, I don't know, but it's like really tiny. It's basically like a purse size little sprayer that will only last you a few uses. So I wanted to get this because it has the best value. Normally when you get the full size fragrance, you are getting the best value because honestly, like a 50 ml is 132. This is like $50 more, and you're getting double the product, right? So this is the packaging. I think that her packaging is honestly really cute, and all of her bottles look like this. The top part kind of just looks like a little diamond, like a matte white diamond. And then again, the bottle is shaped just like the box. It kind of is shaped like a stone. And ignore the fact that I probably have BB cream on this. I probably do because I literally have been wearing this every morning. Right after I put my BB cream on, I put this on. So it does have the notes on the back, which is handy if you do throw out your box, which I'm going to do after I film this video. I'm not going to keep it around, but that's that. And then the cap on here is really nice and heavy. So Fragrantica is my favorite place to look up fragrances. I do have a Fragrantica account with my whole perfume collection on it, as well as the perfumes that I used to own. I think it's just a really great community if you guys are into fragrances and stuff like that. I know people just go on there to look at reviews and to read notes and stuff like that, but I literally have a Fragrantica account. That's how much I love perfume. So the main accords of this one are sweet, woody, vanilla, powdery, and nutty. So it says Yum Pistachio Gelato 33 was created by Olivier Cresp and Sebastian Cresp. The top notes in here are pistachio, ice cream, bergamot, hazelnut, rum, and cardamom. The middle notes are lily of the valley, pear, peony, geranium, jasmine, white peach, and raspberry. This is a lot of notes, you guys. And then the base notes are whipped cream, marshmallow, cotton candy, locome, which is Turkish delight, tonka bean, sandalwood, cedar, and cacao. So there is a ton of notes in here, you guys. The top notes in here are my favorite. Like, they're my favorite things. I love bergamot, I love cardamom, I love ice cream, I love pistachio. Hazelnut and rum are thrown in there as well, which I don't mind. And the middle notes are more like, what is it called, like powdery florals, and then the base notes go back to, you know, the sweet like cotton candy, marshmallow, whipped cream, the locome. The cedar, sandalwood are really nice grounding scents. The tonka bean and cacao, it adds a little bit of like a sharpness to it, like a little bit of bitterness, but still staying sweet. So I love all of the notes in here, and I knew that I was going to love this fragrance. I don't love a couple things, which I'll get into, but okay, I'm gonna spray this on my arm. I'm very familiar with this because I've been using this so much lately. This is all I've been using. Usually for events and stuff like that, I switch up to Delina from Parfum de Marly, but I've been using this. I don't know why. It's just, I have been obsessed with this fragrance, and I love it. I love it so much. So, a couple things in here. The first few notes, I definitely do get the pistachio right in the opening, and I absolutely love that. I get a little bit of the ice cream notes as well. It's a very sweet mix of like pistachio, ice cream, and a little bit of the hazelnut. There's definitely like a nuttiness to it. When this dries down on me, you guys, and I think this is what throws a lot of people off, because I have watched a couple reviews on this, and both have been sort of neutral. One of them said that they would love this fragrance if it was released in the colder months. I would have to disagree with that, to be honest, but let me get into that. What a lot of people notice is when it starts to dry down, it does dry down into a more powdery scent, which is not for a lot of people. A lot of people don't like powdery scents. For me, I love them. I love anything powdery. So I always talk about this in my perfume reviews because it was one of my favorite scents for a very, very, very long time. I still have a bottle left, but it's been discontinued and I'm using it really sparingly. Is Prada Candy Low, and that one is like Prada Candy but with powder, and I absolutely love that fragrance. A lot of people loved smelling it on me, to be honest. Like, I got so many compliments wearing that fragrance. It was just like a part of me for a very, very long time, and that's kind of what I get from this. I get powdery vibes with this, and it just really meshes well with my skin. I don't know, like powdery scents just suit me, I feel like. So yes, a lot of people might be bothered by that, and that's definitely in the dry down for sure. That is what I get for a lot of the time that I'm wearing this fragrance. I definitely do get the sweetness in the opening and the dry down for sure, don't get me wrong. Like, it is a very gourmand dessert fragrance, but in the middle portion, it is this beautiful powdery scent, and I absolutely love it. I still kind of smell the nutty notes throughout the powderiness to it, and the sweet just a little bit. So it's like a sweet, powdery, almost like floral in the middle. And I know that that's what threw a lot of people off, and they were like, but I thought this was supposed to be a gourmand. I thought it was supposed to be this like ridiculously syrupy sweet scent. but that's not what you're getting with this at all. I think this is more of like it released in the perfect time. It released in March, and I think that this is a great spring fragrance if you are into like lighter gourmands, which are actually pretty hard to find. For the most part, gourmand fragrances are very like wintry, very heavy. They last all day long. They smell really good. They're just edible, delectable, and amazing. But those are very, very winter fragrances, and this one is like a lighter version of that. So that's why I love it so much, and that's why I feel like it got released in the right season. It's very rare to find a really sweet fragrance, a really nice gourmand that's like actually light, and I think they got the mix right in this one. They did the sweet notes in here, they did the powderiness, like it's just the perfect spring fragrance, and I will be wearing this until summer hits for sure, and then I'll be pulling this back out in the fall. I guarantee it. This is a great everyday fragrance for me. I've actually been wearing this to work a lot, and it hasn't been the type of fragrance where people are like, oh, like that's way too strong for the office or anything like that, or like it's not something that people really notice until they're like close to me, and then they can kind of smell it. That's another thing with this. It's not something with this amazing sillage that you can smell from like a whole room away. It's not like a heavy hitter like Parfum de Marly or YSL Black Opium, for example. Like that one is also a really nice heavy hitter for the winter months. People can smell me from like more than an arm's length away. This one is more of like an intimate fragrance. It's something that you'll smell when you're close to the person, not necessarily like far from them. I would say the projection of this one is about like an arm's length, like nothing further than that. It's not gonna fill a room with fragrance. So if that's what you're looking for, that's not what you're gonna be getting with this. This is not like a completely gourmand fragrance where it's just like completely edible smelling the whole time. Like you do get that mix of floral in here, so keep that in mind as well. If you are looking for a really heavy hitting gourmand fragrance, maybe go for something else. This is not going to satisfy you at all. Definitely go for like something like YSL Black Opium. I always recommend that fragrance for people that like sweeter scents. So this is definitely very, very work safe. You can mix this with her other fragrances. That's the cool thing about Kayali is her scents, you can mix them and they do really well together from what I've heard. I only have one, so I can't really say if that works or not, but I've done it with other perfumes in the past. Stuff that is too sweet, like I like to mix with something that's more like fruity floral or something like that. So I do mix my fragrances. So if you don't initially like this, you can probably mix it with something more like sweeter, maybe something with vanilla, and it will bring out the sweeter notes in here. Now let's talk about the dry down. Dry down of this is just really, it's sweet and it's creamy, and you still get a tiny bit of that powder note in there that does not leave. On my skin, at least, it doesn't leave, but I do get like the sweeter whipped cream cotton candy vibes at the end. I don't really sense any like cedar wood. Maybe it's like in the background a little bit, I guess. I do get some of the cacao in the dry down as well. Like it's just a very sweet, powdery dry down, and I think she did a really amazing job with this. Is it for everyone? No. I think that this is something that you do have to test out before you commit. I went all in though. I got this during the Sephora VIP sale, and my local Sephora didn't even have testers for this fragrance, so I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna take the plunge, I'm gonna buy it, and if I completely hate it, Sephora has an amazing return policy. I can just return it and it'll be fine. So that's why I took a leap of faith with this one, and I'm so glad I did, and I definitely am going to be using up this bottle 100%. The very last thing that I want to talk about is my gripes with this fragrance. It's stuff that I don't really love about this, and the only thing that I don't really love about this, and I hear a lot of people talk about it with Kayali fragrances, is the lasting power. The lasting power on this is not great. It was really nice in the beginning when I first started wearing this. I feel like a lot of fragrances are like that for me. When I first start using them, they last all day, they last forever on my skin, and then as my skin skin starts to kind of get used to the fragrance, I start wearing it more often, then I don't notice it as much throughout the day and it kind of pretty much fades away faster. I would say that this lasts about 5 hours on me now, where I can smell it. And then if it's still on my skin, if other people can smell it, like I guess it lasts up to the 8 hours. But also I don't think that this is gonna be a like warm month type fragrance. This, when I first got it, it was still really cold outside and it worked better. I think it worked better during those times when it was a little bit colder. It lasted longer on my skin when the weather was a little bit cooler. So now that we're getting into spring, summer, where it's starting to be a little bit hotter outside, I don't find this lasting as long on my skin. So that's the unfortunate part about this. If you live in a climate where it's always hot outside, this is probably not going to last on your skin as much as someone who lives in a colder climate. But yeah, I overall love this fragrance. I give it like a 9 out of 10. Would I repurchase it? Yes. Even for $183? No. I would like wait until the next sale or something if I actually went through this whole bottle. But I absolutely love this fragrance and I do highly recommend it. So if you guys enjoyed this one, definitely go ahead and click that subscribe button below if you haven't already. I upload 3 times a week, Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.
I let you in deeper than I let